Welcome students. Let's start the next chapter, that is the aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. In this particular chapter, in the aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid, that is the unit 12, first we are going to discuss about the aldehydes and ketones. So what are these aldehydes and ketones? Aldehydes and ketones both are functional groups from the carbonyl family. Okay, carbonyl compound family. So what are these carbonyl compounds? First, let's discuss about this. So carbonyl compound, all the three, the aldehyde, ketones and as well as the carboxylic acids. Okay, all these three carbonyl compounds, they all are termed as carbonyl compounds. So what are these carbonyl compounds? A carbonyl compound is where we will see that the carbon atom is forming a double bond with the oxygen atom and two of its bonds are open out there. Here both these two bonds can be contain either same alkyl groups or different alkyl groups. Okay, so here the change in both these particular compounds, okay, both these particular covalent bonds will be there. The groups which are attached to this carbon atom, it just decides the name of the compound which is formed out there, which is to be formed out there. So first, if we are talking about the aldehydes, okay, if we are talking about the aldehydes, then for aldehydes the compound will be R CH double bond O. Okay, this will be the general formula. The representation will be RCHO like this. Next is the ketone group. So ketone group, here we will see that R C double bond O R, and here in the position of H, where in the case of aldehyde one H was attached to the carbon atom, but here two R groups, two alkyl groups, one will be termed as R and one will be termed as R dash, in order to show that other alkyl group is attached. So it will be termed as what? It will be termed as a ketone. It is also represented with the symbol RCOR dash. Okay, so these are the ketones and aldehydes. Now ketones can be of two different types here. Aldehydes are generally of one type only, but ketones can be classified into two types. That is, one, simple ketones, and the another one, that is the mixed ketones. Simple ketones and the mixed ketones. So what are simple ketones? When both the alkyl groups attached to the carbonyl group are same. For example, acetone. Okay, acetone. Here both the alkyl groups, they are CH3 only. Then it will be termed as what? It will be termed as a simple ketone. While the mixed ketones, they will be having different alkyl groups attached with the carbonyl chain. Okay, so here you can see one methyl group and one ethyl group is attached out here. So it will be termed as a mixed ketone. Okay, it will be termed as a mixed ketone, and here the long chain will be considered as the main chain, and the compound's name will become 1 2 3. Okay, so the numbering of the compound will start 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so 1 2 3 4. So the name of this compound will be 1 methyl propane 2 on 1 methyl propane 2 on. Okay, next let's discuss about the naming of the aldehydes. Okay, after this let's discuss about the naming or the nomenclature for aldehydes. Nomenclature of aldehydes. Okay, so aldehydes are having the suffix. The suffix for aldehydes is al. The suffix is al. Okay, And for example, if I'm taking an example here, that is for CH3CHO. So here two carbon atoms are present. The carbonyl group's carbon atom is also termed as the part of the chain only. So here two carbon atoms are present and the name of this carbon atom will become ethanal. Okay, ethanal or ethyl aldehyde. Okay, or we can also term it as acid aldehyde also. Okay, acid aldehyde. If only one carbon atom is present in the chain of the aldehyde group, so it will become methanal. The IUPAC name will be methanal, and the common name for that it will be formaldehyde. Bio students will be more easily can describe this formaldehyde, because all the specimens of the biological laboratories are kept in formaldehyde only. Okay, so you are habitual with this formaldehyde. So the formula for formaldehyde is HCHO. Now taking some more examples, CH3 CH CHO CH3. So here we can see that the chain will be considered, which is to be the root chain or the main chain. It will be this three carbon atoms chain. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. So the name of this carbon atom will become 2-methyl propanol. Propanol. But other than this, if I am considering the name of the carbon atom which is attached to the functional group, so according to that rule, if I am going on there, so here this is the functional group. So the first carbon which is attached to the functional group, it is termed as alpha carbon. After that, beta carbon. After that, gamma carbon. Like this, the name of the carbon atom will change as we are going farther from that of the functional group. So the first carbon atom is termed as alpha carbon. So the other name of this compound will become alpha methyl. Why? Because alpha carbon atom is containing this side chain methyl group. So the name of this compound will become alpha methyl propion aldehyde. Here the suffix will be removed out there. Okay, and in the place of suffix we will use the aldehyde word, and with the aldehyde word we are going to use the propion. Okay, so like this the name of the compound will be changed when you are using the position of the particular carbon atoms, okay, in the IUPAC naming system. Next, one more example we can take here. CH3 CH2 CH CHO CH2 CH3. So here first we have to choose the longest chain here. So the longest chain can either be the left hand chain or the right hand chain, which is containing the functional group here. Okay, which is containing the functional group here, and according to this, so the name of this compound will become 2-ethyl. Okay, at the second carbon atom here we can see that ethyl group is attached. So the 2-ethyl, the chain is of 4 carbon atoms, so but in all. Okay, one more example I am taking. Here we can see that the longest carbon chain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two side chains are there which are attached to the fourth carbon atom and the third carbon atom. So the name of this compound will become, also the name of the carbon atoms are, the side chain is bromo and the methyl group. So B comes first as comparison to that of the methyl group. So the preference will be provided to bromo. So the name of this compound will become 4-bromo, then 3-methyl. Then the name of this compound will become heptanal. heptanal. Okay. Next, CH3, CH2, CH double bond CHO. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here the name of this compound will become pentane. Sorry, pent. At the second position, the double bond is attached, so therefore the bond name will become N. And the first position, the aldehyde group is there, so it will become pent-2-enal. Okay, pent-2-enal. So first example, second example, third example, the fourth example I am taking here is CS3, CH, CS3, CH2, CH, CHO, CH2, CH3. So the longest chain here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atoms longest chain here is, and the name of this compound will start as two side chains are here. One is the ethyl group and one is the methyl group. So the name of this compound will become 2-ethyl, then 4-methyl for 5 carbon atoms pent in all. Okay, 2-ethyl, 4-methyl pentane all. Next example we can take here CH double bond CH, CH, CH3, CHO. Longest chain which is containing both the functional group which is attached in the chain. It is double bond and the CHO also, that is the aldehyde also. So the name of this compound will become 2-methyl pent 3 enal. Pent 3 enal. Okay, so these are some of the ways to name the aldehydes. Okay, how we are going to use the IUPAC naming system for the aldehydes, which was aliphatic. Now for the aromatic aldehyde, how we are going to name aromatic aldehydes, how we are going to do the naming. So aromatic aldehyde, it will be benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde. Okay, next CHO, CH3, it will be 2-methyl benzaldehyde. 2-methyl benzaldehyde, or it is also termed as what? Ortho-tolualdehyde. Okay, ortho-tolualdehyde. Next, with the aldehyde group and OH group is also attached, then the OH group will get the second priority and the CHO, that is the aldehyde group, will get the first priority. So the name of this compound will become 2-hydroxy benzaldehyde or ortho-hydroxy benzaldehyde. Ortho-hydroxy benzaldehyde. Okay. Next, with a benzene ring, OCH3 is attached, then here it will be third position for the methoxy group. Methoxy, 3-methoxy benzaldehyde or meta methoxy benzaldehyde. Meta methoxy benzaldehyde. Okay. Next, Next is the nomenclature of ketones. Nomenclature of ketones. So for the nomenclature of ketones, CS3, CO, CS3. Here the suffix which we are going to use for the ketones, it is ONE, on or one. You can either call it as one or on. Okay. So the name of this compound where CS3, CO, CS3, three carbon atoms are there. So the chain will be forming a propane chain. All the single bonds are there and the suffix is on. So the name will be propanone, or the other name can be dimethyl ketone. Dimethyl ketone. Okay. Next, CS3, CO, CH2, CH2, CS3. Here you can see that this was a symmetric compound. So it was used as dimethyl here. But here you can see that unsymmetric compound has been found out here. Okay. So for unsymmetric compound, the name of this compound will become methyl, methyl and N-propyl ketone. Okay, N means normal, and this particular chain, it is been attached to the methyl group here. So N shows that it is the propyl ketone group is attached to the methyl group here. So this is the common name, and the general and the IUPAC naming system. According to the IUPAC naming system, the chain here will be of 5 carbon atom, and the smallest location, okay, the least location must be provided to the carbonyl group. So here the numbering will be start from the left hand side, and the name of this compound will become pentane 2 on. Pentane 2 on. Okay. But if I am changing the compound here, CS3, CH2, CO, CH2, CS3. So here also we will see a 5 carbon atom chain is there, but here both the sides symmetrical, it is symmetrical on both the sides. So the name of this compound will become pentane 3 on. Pentane 3 on. Next compound which we are going to see here, next example here is CS3, CH, CS3, CO, CH, CS3, CH3. Okay, so the name of this compound here, we will first give the number 3, 4, 5. So at the second and the fourth position, two methyl groups are attached. So the name of this compound will become 2, 4 dimethyl pentane 3 on. Okay, pentane 3 on. Third carbon atom is containing the carbonyl group, therefore it will be pent 3 on. CS3, CH, CS3, CO, CH2, CH, CH2, CH3, CH3. So here the numbering will be started from the left hand side. 6. Sorry, this will not be the numbering. From fifth, we will move here upside 6 and 7 because 7 carbon atoms are here. So the name of this compound will become 2, 5 dimethyl heptane 3 on. Heptane 3 on. Okay. Next, CS3, CO, CO, CS3 means diketone is there. Two ketone atoms are attached. Then the name of this compound will become 1, 2, 3, 4 butane 2, 3 dione. For 3, tri will be there. For 4, tetra will be there. Okay. So according to this, we can name the compound. CS3, C double bond CH, COCS3, where side chain is also there, that is CS3. So the name of this compound after numbering, the numbering will start from the 1, 2. The first preference will be given for the lowest locant. It will be the carbonyl group. So I am starting the numbering from the right hand side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Name of this compound will become 4-methyl for the prefix. Then for the 5 carbon atom, pent, at the third position, ene is there. For the second position, on is there. So the name of this compound will become 4-methyl pent 3N2-on. Okay. Next, if a cyclic chain is present and which is attached to the ketone group, so here the 1, 2, 3. Okay. Sorry. The numbering will be starting from the root only. So the numbering will be start as the cyclic chain will be considered as a side chain here. So the name of this compound will become 1-cyclohexyl propane 1 on. Propane 1 on. Okay, this E will not be here. Propane 1 on. Next, this is the ketone group, and here a CS3 is been attached. So the numbering will start from this carbon atom only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so the name of this compound will become 2-methyl cyclohexanone. Okay, 2-methyl cyclohexanone. Like this only. If one more example I am taking, double bond carbon atom here with a CS3 here. So the first will be this one, 2, 3. So the name of this compound will become 3-methyl cyclopentane 1 on. Pentanone. Okay, sorry. If I am adding a double bond here, then the name of this compound will change. And here we have to give the position of the double bond also. So in that case, pent 2N1 on. This will be the name of this carbon. Okay. So like this, we can name the aldehydes and ketones by using the IUPAC naming structure. Next, we can also name the aromatic ketones also. Let's take some of the examples for aromatic ketones. A benzene ring attached to the ketone group. Name will be methyl phenyl. Common name. Okay, this is the common name. Methyl phenyl ketone or acetophenone. Okay, the name will be acetophenone. Ketone C2H5. Okay, ketone group is containing what? C2H5 here. So the name of this compound will become ethyl phenyl ketone. Ethyl phenyl ketone or propion phenone. Propion phenone. If two phenyl groups are attached by a ketone group here, so it will be diphenyl ketone. Diphenyl ketone or benzophenone. Benzophenone. Okay, so these are some of the naming way to use the ketones and aldehydes. In the next class, we are going to see the isomerism and the methods of preparation for the aldehydes and ketones. Okay, so for today's class, I am ending the class here only. Thank you.